that after a period of 4 years, we come out and say, there has been siphoning of money for the last 4-6 years? Thirdly, why is it that we always have almost the same names? If it is not Pinnacle, it is Pinetti, it is Patrick, or something of that kind.
The vice we have to deal with actually is maladministration. Because there are people who are supposed to detect the loss of money.
How can, Right Honorable Speaker, they have been telling us and telling Ugandans that Kampala Expressway is the most expensive road in this world. But look at the figure in the report.
On behalf of all Ugandans, the taxpayers, and these people are still really moving around like that.
To do research work and debate from the informed point of view.
Everybody to account. Right Honorable Speaker, we are dealing with criminality. That actually monies have been collected and a different amount of money is banked. We normally have loans in this house. We create a burden on taxpayers, on Ugandans, yet money is being siphoned out of the system as the taxpayer keep on suffering. Honorable Speaker, I want to applaud the committee for this good work done. But also, Honorable Speaker, one of the vices we have to deal with actually is maladministration. Because there are people who are supposed to detect the loss of money. And actually they kept quiet about the same. And maladministration is the biggest form, actually, than even corruption itself. Because, for instance, you are the gatekeeper. You keep quiet as money is being siphoned out of the system. I want to invite colleagues that we are dealing with a bipartisan matter. This matter is not just about you and about your feelings, but it's about the country. I invite colleagues that the public out there looks at us as actually the people who are responsible of following up on their path. We got a loan, Honorable Speaker. A road was built. The money which would be helping to service the loan is being put in the hands of the individuals. So I call upon everybody to rise up to the occasion. It's only now that either rise up to the occasion and speak against corruption, because you cannot fight corruption by actually keeping quiet about it. This is the only opportunity we have, colleagues, members of parliament, on both sides of the house, that we support the committee report, we support the recommendations passed. If the minister, in his view, he thinks he needs to study the report, you're going to study the report when you're making treasury memorandum on action taken on this report. I thank you.
Maseruka.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker and members and other committee chair. No wonder we are the same size, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker.
To impute that you share the same brain also.
Right Honorable Speaker, Entebbe Expressway is one of those roads which are mandated to citizens of this country to relinquish money to this government. When members of the public give in money to the government, that money requires strict accountability. Now that we have this saying of Chisanja no sleep, all what I see in the report is that government deliberately decided to run away from its responsibility. Second of all, Right Honorable Speaker, why is it that we are discovering this in 2026? Why is it that after a period of 4 years, we come out and say, there has been siphoning of money for the last 4-6 years? Thirdly, why is it that we always have almost the same names? If it is not Pinnacle, it is Pinetti, it is Patrick, or something of that kind. There needs to be an investigation done, that we don't run here at Parliament trying to say, oh, all of this has been happening over the last 5-6 years, when we are silent on job. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, we want government to wake up to the realities of what is happening in this country. In serious countries, this report can only be considered to be stratospheric hallucinations. This can't be believable in serious countries that a road can exist for over 4-6 years.
Honorable Nsamba.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I stand to associate myself to the committee report and categorically say that I support the committee recommendations 100% for immediately terminating the contract, the existing contract. And if the minister wants to get back to this parliament, he should get back to us to tell us that, you know, since a parliamentary recommendation was taken, this is the action we took. Right Honourable Speaker, I was reached out as chairperson Public Accounts Committee, telling me that, you know, what fiscal infrastructure is doing is accountability matters. But Right Honourable Speaker, when you give chance to our Auditor General and Auditor General's reports, they will never make you go this deep. They will be there, they present something, a little shallow, they will not talk about these things. So Honorable Mpaka, kudos to your team. Thank you so much for the work done. And I would like to implore our Auditor General and his team to pick this report and use it as a way to report about entities in this parliament. This should be the template. You go deeper and bring out issues so that the public and members of parliament can appreciate this. Right Honourable Speaker, this matter should be concluded today, and we must immediately require the minister to come back and report on when and how is terminating the contract of.
Honorable Ayagalachi Jamal. Simanyi byayagala.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker. Mine is just simple. After seeing the Minister of Works responding to this thuggery in this report, it made me to get disappointed. Because I have been seeing Honorable Balam arresting people immediately. But according to this report, Right Honorable Speaker, we don't even want to waste time. The road must be closed. Two, the people eating our money, they're supposed to be arrested immediately. Immediately. How can, Right Honorable Speaker, they have been telling us and telling Ugandans that Kampala Expressway is the most expensive road in this world. But look at the figure in the report. And to the chairperson, we know, they always say that when you fight corruption, sometimes corruption will fight back. Don't get worried. We are going to stand with you. No one is going to scare you when we are here as members of parliament. We are here to represent our people and to see that our money, to see value for our money, our taxpayers' money. Therefore, Honorable Minister of Works,
but did you
and other entities.
Honorable Member,
yes.
Are you really serious when you say you recommend we close the road?
That's where our money is being eaten, Honorable Speaker. They are eating our money using the propaganda that they are doing the best in that road.
Honorable Zaki.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, the Ministry of Works and Transport. Right Honourable Speaker, and the House will agree that this is one of the ministries that has a lot of rot in it. Just a few weeks back, Right Honourable Speaker, you gave us an opportunity as a Committee on Government Assurance to move across the country. And the task you gave us was touching still the same ministry. Right Honourable Speaker, this ministry, as it has a fresh minister, it needs thorough cleaning up. According to what we are seeing in this report, I want to thank so much the chair. Honourable Speaker, I think you can see how young people were performing. When you see the Right Honourable Leader of Opposition and the Honourable Mwine Mpaka, how bright they are. Indeed, that's why your father is called bright. And this is totally unacceptable, Right Honourable Speaker, whereby we have such a project with such a loan that we got on behalf of all Ugandans, the taxpayers, and these people are still really moving around like that. And if I were the minister, these people immediately by this evening, they'll be in the coolers, sincerely. Right Honourable Speaker, I use that express highway whenever I'm going. Right Honourable Speaker, almost every day, but the people working on those tours, something to add in the report. These people are not paid at all. They have told me so many months, they have moved when they have not been paid at all. And this is serious. Man has been taken, even the people who are working on those stores, they are complaining about their salaries. So this is something also we must talk about and then also add on the recommendation. Honourable Chair, I support you fully 100%. How I wish we can put in action all these recommendations. I thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
I want to provide some guidance so that the debate is structured. And we have about 14 recommendations. You see, if we don't structure them, that's why we shall end up resolving to close the road. The first, remind yourself of the first recommendation. I want to, if the first recommendation is that terminate the contract, and the last 14, number 14 says there is no subsisting contract. I want that kind of debate, whether you can terminate what does not what is not existing. I also want to hear, the legal issues in those for or against. So there are also recommendations for forensic audit. What follows? What kind of decision do you take before audit is done as you process the debate? Honourable Naruyima? No. The road is in Wakiso. Okay, 2 minutes. You might close it without us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the people of Wakiso District, allow me to appreciate the committee for these recommendations, and we entirely agree with them, though on item 10, recommendation 10, we are saying that the mandate to have financial and value for money audits is entirely upon the Office of the Auditor General. Much as we are having gaps, but you also find that's under our Constitution, Article 163. It's the mandate of the Auditor General. We are not talking about the person, but we are talking about the office. So giving, again, URA another role to audit, to have a forensic audit, we are seeing conflict of interest. Yet it's now, again, URA, which we have recommended earlier, to be the one to take over the management of finances. So I'm seeing some conflict there and then. I pray that we take it to the right office as far as our constitution is concerned. And finally, on behalf of the people of Wakiso District, we request that more lights be provided to strengthen security on the Entebbe Expressway. I thank you.
Are you suggesting that the theft is going on because of darkness?
Especially below the bridges,
Honorable
we have
Sekabira?
issues.
Is he here? Honorable Emmanuel?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. On this matter, Right Honorable, I am speaking with a heavy heart because this report is before us and the public is looking forward to seeing our recommendations and actions being taken. Because in a few days to come, COSASA will bring another report on Rairi, on Luowa Hospital, and so many others. Therefore, I want to implore members to stand firm. We adopt all the recommendations because they are good recommendations. As of now, we cannot escape our duty of doing oversight. Therefore, I support the recommendations, and I want to ask all colleagues to follow suit so that there is accountability in accordance to Article 164 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda to hold all officers accountable for the money that government has lost. I submit.
Thank you. And I also want to get to hear from you members how we can process the recommendations against the Auditor General. I've never heard. Are we going to be the first to process such kind of, and his Office of Parliament? And one person said, why now? 2017 to 2023, where was Parliament? Emmanuel, Honorable.
Thank you so much.
As we debate, we should have such, help me generate those kind of, yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The point you have mentioned is actually why I have stood up. But before that, I want to thank the chair and the committee for a good work done. When I joined Parliament in 2016, in public accounts for local government, our chair was Honorable Regan Okumu, and he would tell us there would be issues that we want to push very far with the Auditor General, and he would tell us Auditor General is actually one of our staff. If there is an issue, we can talk about it later. And it made me to respect that office and always want to deal with issues with them when we are like indoors. But now when a report comes out like that, it's like they feared to go and touch. I am wondering what could have happened. And you are right to say, how are we going to deal with that situation of the Auditor General? But it has also brought something in my mind. Who are the owners of Pinnacle and the other entity? Because there is a possibility that Auditor General, also knowing who are behind that entity, could have been fearing to go head on and go deeper into what is happening. So, but overall, Right Honorable Speaker, I support the recommendations, and I want to think that we can carry them wholly and implement them. Thank you.
Honorable Cyrus.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Chair and Speaker. First of all, I want to appreciate you. One time I listened to you and you said that you accounting officers who come to committees bear your own word, cross. If you know you have any issue to answer, answer. Be answerable to the word committees. So it starts with you. You are the one who has given us the courage. Two, I would love to thank Honorable Mwine Mpaka, a person whom in my honest heart I thought should have become a commissioner. But now I see if you had gone to the commission, you would have missed this good report. I'm so happy that you give us that pride. Now you are trying to salvage the image of Parliament. and everybody can see that we are working because of what you have done, together with your colleagues. It takes courage for you to bring a report of this magnitude to the floor of Parliament. If you are weak, you'll get money here and there, and you just say, we forgot something. Yeah, so we really appreciate. It's not something simple. When we are coming to Parliament, we swear and we say, I will be there to defend and protect the Constitution. But once you are shown something small like this, you say, I forgot about the Constitution. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, it is time for us to shine. Let's do the job that God has sent us to do. And when you look at recommendation 1 and the last one, actually you are right to say, now, is there a contract that is existing? Now, if there is no contract, why should the toll gate be operating? People should now move freely for 3 months as we allow Minister of Works to fix a system properly that operates. Otherwise, if you tell them to go there in the morning, what are they going to use? Those who don't have any good machine for now. Right, Honorable Speaker, that is the truth. Let the thing be opened, let people operate, let Minister of Works come to order and prepare what they are going to do. I want to thank you.
Honorable Gilbert Olanya. Then will be followed by Honorable Mutengo. I'm about to exhaust this way because we are actually saying the same thing. When you find a committee report where there is no minority, that should not generate a lot of debate. Yeah, there is consensus. That is a bipartisan. Honorable Olanya.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I recall when you are voted as the Speaker, you told members of Parliament to do research work and debate from the informed point of view. I recall you stated that when the report or any other matter arises on the floor of Parliament, you have to do your research and talk from the informed point of view. On that note, Honourable Speaker, the chairperson stated clearly that for the last 5 years, there was a company called Egis. And for the last 3 months, the company changed to Pinnacle. I would like to find out from the chairperson. We have taken 5 years. Did you take time to follow any report on these Egis for the last 5 years? And the report that you are giving today, is it covering only for the 3 months that the new company has taken over? Right, Honourable Speaker, we need to be factual and very objective in our discussion. Number 2, Right, Honourable Speaker, let the officers concerned and the chairperson and the committee, you stated that there were no contract agreements signed. The minister is here. The Minister of Works and ICT. Can they clarify to honorable members whether truly there were no contract signed between Pinnacle and Egis? Right, Honourable Speaker, I did my research.
Honorable Mutegu. You did not research well on that available time. Honorable Mutego.
Thanks very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Mine will be an advice to the Minister of Works that next time before we carry out such projects, let's carry out a thorough study in the region and we determine how our colleagues do certain things. There are friends in the region who carried out such a project and it was purely carried out by a private investor who is going to do works and collect money for themselves for 20 years. This will go a long way to save the taxpayers. It will reduce the burden on our grandchildren in terms of paying back. This person will come and invest his money, he collects, and later after 20 years he hands us back the road. That will go a long way to help the burden on loans and whatever. Thanks very much, Mr. Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Wall, as the lady's voice from this way, and honestly, that's enough. I will go this way. Yeah. Who is the DJ?
I think there is a saboteur somewhere. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I just want to say this morning we were for a committee of national economy, and there was a big question of our mobilization of domestic revenue, and also this accumulation of domestic arrears. We have losses in the country just because we don't love our country. We really don't love our country. If we love our country, we should love those people down there who are not getting services. The losses that we have been getting is also just because we have not tried to go digital. We have to go digital. How can we be paying 5,000, 10,000 in terms of cash? In some countries, even when you are buying maize, you don't go buying, you don't move with cash. You just buy through digital. And this digital will help also to reduce the losses. And we need to do better services to our people. I want to say this is one of the best reports for this year so far. So thank you very much, the Committee of Physical Infrastructure. You have done your work well, and that is why there is no differences between that side and this side. We are all in support of your committee, and that's why there is no minority report. I also say, let Uganda Revenue Authority do their work. Take
Honorable Chinamatama, you don't rise up. I have some names. I will come in the middle later on.
Thank you so much, Right Honourable Speaker. I want to take this opportunity and appreciate the chairperson of the committee and the committee members for such a shocking but good news to Ugandans report. It is extremely shocking that there hasn't been any audit made for all these years. That is a big shocker for us. And I think that it's one of your recommendations that I strongly support. And I think after doing a forensic audit, this is when we should take these decisions of, for example, terminating the contract, letting the Ministry of Works take over, because then we would have an ultimate end truth to this matter. Thank you so much, Right Honourable.
Thank you. Honourable Bukenya, Doctor.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Allow me to thank the Chair of the committee for the very good report and the members. Right Honourable Speaker, I've been observing issues lately, and I want to request the state, the executive, to be consistent. The way things are running in Chisanja, no sleep. You hear a story, you suspend, you arrest, institute another new team, and investigations take place. So this is what I want to propose. That based on what Honorable Mpaka is saying, and the team, and the time they have taken to come up with this report, this is a tip of the iceberg. So I request, like how we have been handling other things, we suspend operations of Pinnacle, Egis, and others, and we institute a team now to start running the operations. And then the investigations take place, like Balam has been doing, like they have done with URSB, and things move on when these people are on the side, and we be consistent We be consistent as investigations take place, and then Ugandans will be happy. And after we get the report and we find people culpable, since this is Chisanja no sleep, we put faces on billboards on this expressway, such that every Ugandan knows and starts fearing corruption. We just put them up on top of the other sanctions they may get. We put faces there on billboards, and everyone who passes there knows that this is where the problem was. After the investigations, but immediate suspension, and another team takes over. And finally, I wanted to build on what Honorable
Woman MP.
Okay, thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. As usual, I'm Wembabazi Beatrice, the Woman Member of Parliament, Hoima District. Right Honorable Speaker, it is time for the hunter to be hunted. Because this has happened for 5 years. Where are the Auditor Generals of that time? This House must send a clear message, Right Honorable Speaker, to the public that infrastructure must be managed in the public interest and the revenues must be protected. This is the money that would have helped us to venture in other avenues for the development of this country. I commend the chairperson and the committee for the comprehensive report that it has given to us. We really need to see resources being managed well so that we can develop this country, because we can see broad daylight robbery. This is robbery of the highest order. So therefore, I, as a Member of Parliament for Hoima, I hereby support the committee.
Thank you. That is very Honorable Rogers. Then Honorable Nakai.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. First, I would like to thank the chairman and the committee for a job very well done. In my opinion, I would have thought the very good performance of the Entebbe Expressway would have given us a template and a blueprint for future infrastructure developments. But seeing the ills in that project, ranging from connivance by the relevant people, government entities, transfer pricing between Egis and Pinnacle, cash collections that are not declared, so many flaws, it really gives us a very bad impression of this project. I would like, therefore, to urge that the committee recommendations be upheld, but also one of the issues that you raised regarding how we treat the Auditor General. Given that he's an office under this August House, I think we need to have a very thorough discussion on how we manage performance, responsibility, and discipline where there is defiance or error. I therefore want to suggest, and I want to urge my brother, the Minister of Works, he should take this report in good faith, because if the performance improves, then he will have more money to do future projects using road toll. I therefore submit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I'm Julius Nachi, Member of Parliament for Dadiri East in Sirongo District. I associate myself with the recommendations of the committee, and I support them fully. I want this to be used as an opportunity for us to send a message that we're the 12th Parliament, a new generation of members of Parliament, who are not threatened, who are not cowards, but who are here to protect the will of the people. I want to address the issue of cost for this Entebbe Expressway. It is being said that the expressway cost, I think, $476 million. That is not true. There's an international accounting standard called borrowing costs 23. What it says is that when you borrow money for a capital project, you also capitalize the interest. Meaning, if we were to calculate the interest that we are going to pay for 40 years on the 350 million, the project cost should be more than 500 million. Now, from the report, we are getting only about 4.6 billion per year because the contract is taking 24 billion. That is equivalent to $1.2 million. To recover the investment, it will take us 400 years to recover the investment on the Entebbe Expressway. Now, what is the way forward? My recommendation is this. From the studies that have been done, it is possible that we can collect $1 million per month from this expressway, meaning $12 million per year. If we to tender out this process, for example, like local governments, the way they do markets, we get people who have money, we tell them you collect 12 million in a year, instead give us 10 million now. Then you go and collect 12, so that we get our money in advance. Otherwise, even if we give it to another entity of government, we may get the same problem. So it is better we privatize this collection. People pay us in advance, then they manage. If they get 20 million, that's up to them. But from the study, we know the minimum.
1 minute more. 1 minute more. Those experts are...
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. So I was saying, by doing that, for example, if we were to get 10 million per year, it will need only 35 years for us to get back, to pay back the loan, because the loan is 350 million, and it's for 40 years. So you'll see that the repayment period for the loan will be matching with the collections. It will be 35 years against 40 years. But for now, the repayment is, the payback period is 400 years, and yet we're supposed to pay back in 40 years. And also in 40 years, the useful life of the road will be done. The road will not exist beyond 50 years, so there will be no residual value to collect. So I submit that we go private. Thank you.
Thank you. Leader of government business, you know